Morning. So I had some people asking, like, how did this happen? How did you suddenly become a gym owner? So I'm going to give the quick version here, mostly because, first off, I've learned that making a 30-minute video is a great way to make sure that it doesn't actually get watched and people ask you questions that were answered in the video, which is my fault. I'm not blaming them, but I'm going to keep this one short. I also, I'm going to, I don't want to name any names, pointing fingers here. Not really concerned with getting into any kind of drama. But just to give you an idea of the origin of Grapple and like, why am I here? How am I here? All right. So I started jiu-jitsu in 2017, started at a local gym here, was invited by a friend or someone, actually just a random guy I met in the gym who is now my closest friend. But he invited me. I showed up that day and we, wow, that sun is bright. That was the beginning of it, right? And I had a couple of false starts where I would train for a few months and then I kind of I wouldn't say I lost interest, but I was also at a really, really hard time in my life financially, and I was just working so much to try to claw out of a deep hole I was in. And the other reason was I was also doing competitive powerlifting, and it was really difficult to try to do both. So I had a couple of false starts. Okay, so fast forward to 2020, I decided, okay, I'm kind of done with powerlifting. I really want to get back into jiu-jitsu, start training again, same place. And through a myriad of reasons that I'm not going to go into because it's not important and it really doesn't matter anymore. It's all water under the bridge for me. Myself, my friend who originally invited me, and a few others also all decided to leave that gym. And there's really only one other place to go train. And so we all went there. And within a month or two, there was an incident where someone else I won't name came in for a seminar, and I wasn't there. So this is secondhand information that comes from people I trust. But this guy was rolling with my friend who originally invited me to jiu-jitsu, who at this point is a good friend of mine. And I also considered him my coach because a lot of what I learned from jiu-jitsu, I learned from him. He taught a lot of the classes at the first gym that I was in. A lot of the classes I was at, he was the one that was teaching there. So I had considered him my coach. And, when I signed up at the second gym, I was like, hey, as long as he's here, I'm here. I'm wherever he is. He's my guy. I'm ride or die. So this guy comes in for a seminar, rolls with my buddy. Apparently from the stories, gets caught in a deep heel hook, refuses to tap, has several seconds to tap, and gets his leg broken. And which isn't a good look for lots of reasons. Not a good look for everybody involved in that situation, right? But regardless, what actually happened, I'm going to stick to the facts here. I'm not going to get into the drama of it. The facts is, he was kicked out of that gym that night, my buddy. And so the next day, they got a call from me to let them know I was out too, because, I told them when I signed up, I wasn't mad or anything. I'm just very matter of fact, I'm where he is. So if he's not here, I'm not here. And then we were kind of homeless for a few weeks. And this is also peak COVID, right? Or right during COVID. COVID's starting to run rampant. It's like summer of 2020, the summer of love. And we are kind of homeless. They're trying to do lockdowns and stuff like that, and we need a place to train. So my buddy, as well as another guy who, another buddy of mine who had actually started around the same time as me, they got together and were like, let's just open our own place, and we'll call it Fight Club, because we're just kind of meeting in secret during these COVID lockdowns to still get some rolls in. We just want a place to roll, place to train, place to get better. I got wind of that, and I was like, give me a piece of that, guys. Like, I want in on this, please. So I actually bought into the business, and I just bought a minority share. And I was like, hey, let me take care of, website operations type stuff. Like, I'm good at that stuff, so let me do that. At this point, I'm still a white belt, right? Like technically speaking, like, this is back when we still had belts, because I was still a white belt, and we started Grapple. Didn't actually end up calling it Fight Club. It was Fight Club before it was officially a business, right? We just kind of called it Fight Club. But then it became Grapple and became something real. And we launched that in September of 2020. So fast forward to a few months ago, the three of us have been running it this whole time. I've just been a minority partner working on a lot of the operations side. And then as I kind of came into my own with my technique and my understanding of jiu-jitsu, started teaching more and more and more, and it's been great. So that's kind of like how we're here, and like how especially if you think I'm an idiot, like how this idiot ended up owning a gym. That's how we're here. And let me know what else you're curious about in this story. I'm not going to get into the drama of it, or point any fingers, name any names, anything like that. I'm just nothing in it for me to do that, right? And I don't really want to disparage anybody. So other than that kind of stuff, happy to answer any questions.